Can you come in, sir? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Thank you, sir.
Kunika, keep your notebook here. Later on,
Kunika,
Yes, sir.
you have engineering background?
No, sir. Bachelor's of Science in Nursing.
Okay, okay. Kunika, what is this Ayodhya dispute and what is the verdict of the court?
Sir, Ayodhya dispute is related to the land which was over which Babri Masjid was constructed. It was believed to be constructed by the commander of Babur, that is Mir Baki, but it was later demolished by the car sevaks of the Ram Janmabhoomi Nyas. And now, after the 2010 Allahabad court verdict on the Ayodhya dispute, that the land will have a three-way division between the three petitioners, that is the Nirmohi Akhada, Ram Janmabhoomi Nyas, and the Sunni Waqf Board. But the Supreme Court has quashed that order, and now the land, that is 69 acres, and out of which the disputed land is 2.77 acres, the land is to be given to a trust, that is Ram Janmabhoomi Nyas, for the construction and the trust will be constructed within 3 months.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What is money bill and ordinary bill?
So money bill is the bill which is related to financial transactions from the Consolidated Fund of India. It is also a financial bill and it comes under Article 110 of the Indian Constitution. And so an ordinary bill whereby it does not relate to transactions from the Consolidated Fund of India. It can relate to other civil laws.
Our Prime Minister has returned today or tonight from a meeting. Which is that?
So 11th BRICS Summit. 11th BRICS Summit was recently held in Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, and Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister, he declared that the chief guest for the Republic Day would be the President of Brazil, that is Jair Bolsonaro. And also they had discussions over counter-terrorism, maintaining regional stability in the regional grouping, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa.
See, continuing with that, I mean, it's considered to be with regard to hydropower.
Yes, sir.
It probably contributes more than 25%
Yes.
total production in India. So
Yes.
that's the contribution of Himachal.
Yes.
I see with interest, your mom is a lecturer,
Yes.
but you write government employee and with parentheses you write lecturer. On the contrary, the perception is lecturer should be written. Okay. What do you call a lecturer? Otherwise, in the designation is called?
A postgraduate teacher.
She is lecturer in a school.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In universities, what do we call them? Lecturers are no
Assistant.
more.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they are called assistant or
Professors.
ACS?
Assistant professors.
Assistant professor.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. You write your hobbies as dance.
Yes, sir.
What kind of dance you pursue?
So I haven't taken any formal training for dance, but yes, I have an inclination for semi-classical dance.
Which?
So Bharatanatyam and Kathak.
Okay, what is the role of Abhinaya in Bharatanatyam?
Sir, Abhinay is depicted by facial expressions in the dance, that is Bharatanatyam, and the dance consists of the three components, that is Nritya in the beginning, in which we depict pure classical dance form, and then Nritya, which forms an expressive part of the dance, and at last is Nritya, the acting part of the dance.
But do you find that you skip the role of mudra?
Mudras, yes, sir, Hast mudras,
Yeah.
Samyukta mudras and Asamyukta mudras. Asamyukta mudras that are performed with one hand, and Samyukta mudras that are formed with two hands, by the use of two hands.
I find a sudden shift in your taste from nursing to administration.
Yes, sir.
And what prompted you to do that?
So it was always in my mind that yes, I want to go into public services, but yes, nursing was also a part of it, and I felt that during our internship, I felt that it provided us a confined field. We were only limited to the hospitals and to the medical field only, but this field, public services, provides me a broader platform for delivering public services, and yes, I can make a social contribution through it at a larger scale.
And your mother is a school lecturer, as I hear, and your father is a businessman.
Yes, sir.
And you have a sister also.
Yes, sir.
What's she doing?
So she's studying in school, +1.
+1.
Yes.
Very nice. Is there any festival, some very famous festival of Kullu? I mean, some international or national level festival
Yes,
that
sir.
you celebrate there?
International Kullu Dashera.
Dasara.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hear that there was a dance, they say it came in Guinness Book of Record and
Yes, sir. It was in 2017. A world record of Nati was recorded.
do you do Nati?
Yes, sir. No, slightly.
No, you said dancing is your hobby. And
Yes, sir. But I'm not accustomed to these dances.
okay, while responding to the question,
Yes.
you said that you like semi-classical dances. What is
Yes.
the difference between classical dance and semi-classical dance?
So, classical dance is performed on the pure classical ragas, whereas semi-classical dance can be performed on fusion songs and on contemporary songs as well.
So you mean that Bharatanatyam can be performed on fusion?
Yes, sir. On Bollywood songs as well.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that Himachal is a strong economy or it's a weak economy or how you foresee Himachal in the coming time?
Sir, I think Himachal is a progressive economy because we are still making strides to improve the economic condition of our state. And yes, we can become a strong economy in the coming years.
I find that the population of Manali is increasing at a rapid pace as compared to other areas. Any reason for that?
So first reason would be the distress migration from the Lahore and Spiti area because of the connectivity issues between Manali and Lahore. As the road remains closed, but after the construction of Rohtang tunnel, much connectivity has been assured between the two districts.
So there is a lot of migration because of the Manali population.
Yes, sir. And also from the tourism point of view, many people are migrating to attain livelihood in Manali.
Kunika, what is oil diplomacy?
So, oil diplomacy, it means the trade of oil between two countries. And yes, we are exporting oil from Iran. We were exporting oil from Iran, but due to the American sanctions, that is countering America's adversaries through Sanctions Act, we had to reduce our oil import from Iran, and we are building bilateral relations based on the oil import from those countries.
Do you know about the Rafale deal?
Yes, sir.
So just brief me about the Rafale deal.
So Rafale deal was negotiated in the year 2016. We had an intergovernmental agreement with the France government for the purchase of Rafale, that is a medium multi-role combat aircraft with specialized functions. And we have signed a deal for 36 Rafale aircrafts, and it has an offset clause of 50% of the contract value, which has to be reinvested in India. And as a part of that, Reliance Defence Limited and Dassault Aviation, they have set up a joint venture in Maharashtra at Niham.
Why did we go for a MCA rather than we could have gone for an LCA? It would have been much cheaper.
Sir, an LCA we are already in the process of making, and we also have a light combat aircraft Tejas, but it has functions and to complete the Air Force squad, we needed it for operational efficiency.
Kunika, recently Himachal government has organized this Global Investor Summit.
Yes, ma'am.
What will be the benefit to the Kullu district?
Ma'am, the investments in the field of horticulture and tourism will be beneficial for Himachal, and also the proposed construction of ropeways for Manali, that would be the most beneficial part for Kullu, because the traffic congestion during the tourist season increases immensely, and for that ropeway will be beneficial.
Has Rohtang tunnel completed?
Yes, ma'am. It is almost completed, and it will be functional within the next year.
Kullu district is contributing to the blue economy of Himachal state also.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that and how?
Ma'am, the fisheries department, it has set up a trout fish farm at Patrikuru in Kullu, which is contributing to the production of trout fishes.
Thank you, Kunika.
Thank you.
little polishing, otherwise you have perfect technique. You did well, very confident, your attitude, your body language was fine.
Yes.
With regard to my question regarding dress, they are the dominant emotions, like we have Shingar, or we have Veer, or
Yes.
Rod. So there are 9 kind of emotions, so they are very dominant ones.
Yes.
But otherwise, Bharatanatyam is a classical song.
Yes.
Don't call it semi-classical song. There could be a form of it now today, because a lot of Mumbai thing is, Bollywood thing is coming up. So you
Yes.
can render a classical form into a semi-classical form, but it continues to be a classical form.
Yes.
Bharatanatyam, that
Yes.
better. I mean, it's fine.
You do very well, Kunika. I find that I heard it wrong. She's confusing exports and import.
She did, sir. She did. She did.
See what happens. We have to be very sure that when we import things, then we bring things from China to India.
Yes. Sir.
So sometimes you confuse these 2 words, and you see that meant exactly opposite what you want to say.
Yes. Sir.
And I find you doing very well, except that my emphasis is always that never overstate.
Yes. Sir.
For instance, you had in Baralacha.
Yes. Sir.
But otherwise you are doing very well.
Thank you, sir.
It was good, Kunika. Content-wise, there had never been a problem with you.
Yes. Sir.
I felt that initially you were very keen to give the answer.
Yes. Sir.
So you can be a little slow.
Yes. Sir.
Being a little slow will give you more time to think also.
Yes. Sir.
So you can jot down the answer properly. The word formations will be better.
Yes. Sir.
And take spaces in between. So you can practice being a little slow, maybe fractionally slow.
Yes. Sir.
Otherwise, you are fine. Again, as sir suggested, you have to be specific. सर ने आपसे पूछा था name the rights.
Yes. Sir.
आप चले गए article पे और वो गलत हो गया.
Yes. Sir.
अगर आप name the rights कर देते, it would have been fine.
Yes. Sir.
To me personally, Baralachal was a shock.
Yes.
मैंने पढ़ाया हुआ है तुम लोगों को.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, it was also fine.
Thank you, sir.
कुनिका आपकी स्ट्रेंथ है आपकी स्माइल irrespective of that thing आपको नहीं पता है या क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग हो रही है in this thing you kept smiling in a very this polite manner. I think breathing exercises will help you because
Yes.
as I said initially थोड़ा सा आपकी breath से पता चल रहा था
Yes.
और कुनिका eye contact
Yes.
with all of the panelists right when you respond. Rest we will work on the content.
Content is very good. Otherwise, the answers that you gave were very
Content
good.
which is called recording.
Quite well articulated.
Very well.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
All the best.